Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, Mridanga, Namo Namaha. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Today we're going to be continuing with our discussion of the Dagurugur mantra and the different ways that we can use that, or at least the first preliminary ways that we can start looking at that. Last week we looked at Gina John, the different ways that you can use that. And so this week, and I gave daguru, the double speed of that. Now we're going to look at a mantra that Bhima Karma taught me and is a great hand practice. So this first one, so this is written in Taal, so that will fit as like a Tehai, but it's primarily a practice mantra. But everything that we're doing is written in a way that it can always be used in kirtan, so that you're not having anything that isn't useful. So every single thing that you're learning in this program, you can immediately play it in kirtan, and you don't have to worry about, learning patterns or things that are going to confuse you and that don't fit, or that you don't understand how to make it fit or anything like that. So this mantra is Dagurugur, dagurugurdagur. 1. Dagurugur, dagurugurdagur. 2. Gurugurdagur, 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 gurugurdagur. So now you're breaking up dagurugurdagur into now just gurugurdagur. And the second piece is gurugurda. So now we're breaking it down further. We're just, instead of gurugurdagur, we're just taking the gurugur part, gena. And then the last part is this guruguruguru. And so we taught guruguruguru last time can be de guruguruguru. But when you're playing dagurugur, it's ge. So it's the first part where you're learning the gain. So it's gain and nede in double speed. So it's just guru. Gain nede, gain nede, gain nede, gain nede, guru. Gain nede, gain nede, gain nede, gain nede. So you want your hand at the top of the Mridanga. As fast as this is going, you're not changing that speed. And this ne, gain it, coming from the wrist. As you can see, this part here is turning. And the fingers and the thumb are loose. We're at the top of the Mridanga. We're not back here and having to come like this. We're trying to stay like this, and we're not moving the arm. We're not trying to move the wrist this way. We're twisting the wrist that way from up here. So it's like this. See how we're twisting from this part here? Different from trying to twist this way. This way, twisting, not this way. And we're not trying to move the hand to get the hand from like this way or anything like that. So that's guru. So now gurugur, gaina. So that's the gurugur. And then we have gurugurgurugur, and then gurugurdagur. So this practices your hand and practices each part of it and really builds a strong foundation rather than just practicing dagur. Plus you get to see that there's so many different parts of that, and then you can use all those different parts to write nicer mantras as well later on. So let's go through this slowly. So Dagurugur, 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 So that's the whole mantra, and it'll be written out in the description. So let's go through that again. So it's Dagurugur, 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 Gurugurdagur, Dagurugur, Dagurugur, Gurugurdagur. So that's 8. And then the back end. Gurugurda, 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 Gurugurda. So one more time, really slow. Da gurugurda, da gurugurda, da gurugurda, da gurugurda, da gurugurda, da gurugurda, and then what? And then So let's chant Hare Krishna to that then and see how that fits. Hare Krishna, So that's how that works. We'll go over that a couple more times. We'll sing again. Hare Krishna. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Forgot where I was there. So let's do one more just for fun. I'll say the whole mantra this time. So that's super cool and fun. I suggest practicing that kind of endlessly and as much as you possibly can, because it is a really amazing mantra and helped me learn a lot and fix my hand up as much as it could. And I really enjoy playing this mantra, and it really helps to get this motion, especially this, and being able to time that to come back to the da for the second part is really nice. If you can play it through Hare Krishna and Hare Rama without stopping, that's really nice. So then there's another thing I wanted to show. There's so many things that we can show, but just trying to slowly progress here. So then that's one way of extending it, but we're going to do a simple extension here to show that you can use Dagurugur, 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 Dagurugur. So you can extend it like that as well, and that's something different. I haven't seen any mantras, and no one's really taught me like that. I'm not sure why, but there's lots of mantras that are like da dini da da dini da. So this is just the same, except instead of the dini, we're putting gurugur. Da guruguru da da guruguru da 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 guru. Instead of da dini da da dini. So this is now dagurugurda, 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 So I'm not super proficient at that one because I've just kind of started practicing that. But it's really nice and it's got a nice feel, and it opens up, a lot more things as well, and different cool mantras that you can use that, just a different way of extending. So practice both of those. So you can sing Hare Krishna to that as well. So you can sing it 4 times and 4 times with the da guruguru da 4, and then guruguru da gurugurgur. And it's interesting too, because you're going da guruguru da guruguru da guruguru da guruguru da guruguru. So that da gurugur is like exactly how you'd play da guruguru da, but you have to feel where it's hitting that da and then move into that next section, which is a cool way of kind of practicing dagurugur within a mantra, and split across the front end and the back end there, because it's not like in the same section. Hare Krishna. So that's how you can use it like that, and that's nice. I mean, these are just so many things people don't play, and they're much, nicer than just playing, like these mantras are, very basic and quite boring on the whole, and there's even a lot that you can do with those as well. But they're just an extremely kind of basic framework that we've been given and people have learned. But there's just this whole world of Mridanga that if you want you can get into, and most of it's probably just for your own sadhana, because not many people are going to learn these things. Not many singers will be familiar with what you're playing, or kartal players or anything. I mean, just in general, the quality of kirtan that we have to offer is quite a low standard in general. And rather than being egotistical and playing a lot of stuff and ruining the kirtan as a more advanced Mridanga player, unfortunately most of your bhajan and ecstasy will come from just practicing and playing and singing in your own room or with your own friends or relatives or however you like to do it. So it becomes more of a practice like chanting your rounds, learning Mridanga to this extent, especially how I'm going to be offering it, which is just, there's a lot. I've barely even scrolled up a tiny bit, and there's just so many mantras and so many things that you can do. So this is, an anga of bhakti that can, take you back to Godhead, essentially, and really stands on its own as something that you can be completely absorbed in and completely enamored with. And yeah, I know a lot of this is not for everyone, and it's not presented in a way that this is the only way, or that you have to change the whole of ISKCON and play like this, because it's not going to happen. But it's just what I've been working on and what I've learned from other people and what they've been working on, and trying to present it in a way that those few people that are interested and want to make Mridanga a sadhana want to have those resources to try to, have a foundation and a practice. So that's kind of what this is. So we've done those two forms. So let's move into, so now, as we know, I like to show everything in Das Pahira and Lofa, since those are the two most used Taals that we play in. So now instead of dagurugurdagur for 2, dagurugurdagur, gurugurdagur. So now we have to be working in 3s because we're in Lofa Taal now. And if I remember from before, anyways, I'm not going to worry about Bol Jati and Laya Jati right now because I haven't gone over it all. I'll write that in the description. But essentially here, we're working in, jatis of 3. So the Bol Jati is overlain in 3. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur. 3. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur. So you have 3 Bol Jatis, Tisra Jatis that are overlaying a Taal, a Lofa Taal that has 6 mantras. So it's fitting in there nicely. So this is going to be adding on another gurugurdagur at the end to give you those, a Bol Jati of 3 rather than a Chatur Jati of 2, which fits more easily into Das Pahira Taal. So here we have Dagurugurdagur, which we're familiar with, Catur. Now we're adding gurugurdagur onto the end to make a Bol Jati of Tisra of 3. And there's so many ways that we can write this, and we'll look at that later, but this is just the start. So this is one way that you can play it in Lofa Taal. So let's see how that plays when we're singing. Hare Krishna, gotta sing it right first. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, and try to make sure that you're always getting that space. It's easy to compress it, and in a lot of cases there's this drege that we'll learn later, which is drege, which is kind of a compressed version of gurugur, except you're not going gina, you're just going drege, which is what we kind of fall into when we're playing in a more lazy manner. But as things get faster and with more fingering mantras and stuff like that, this drege is used a lot more than gurugur because it's more easy to play it quickly. So what was the point here? Yeah, so when you're playing these, try to be as conscious as you can, and I know it's hard that when you're going just make sure there's that little, try to make sure there's that little space so it sounds a little bit more nice, and the more space you have, the more opulent the mantra starts to sound. Rather than it's hard to even show the full data if you're not playing properly, but it happens and it starts to get a little bit compressed. So use it like that, not a Tehai. We're not putting any Tehai structure into it. It's just a decoration there, just playing something in double speed, single to double, single to double. It's nice, you can throw it in different spots. It adds a lot more energy to the kirtan. So let's go over that again. So dagurugurda, gurugurdagur, gurugurdagur, dagurugurda, gurugurdagur, gurugurdagur, dagurugurda, gurugurdagur, gurugurda for 6. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur, or depending on how you're saying it or counting it, it can be 3. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur, dagurugur, gurugurdagur, dagurugur, gurugurdagur. So you have that extra beat each time compared to Das Pahira Taal. So in Das Pahira Taal, if you're playing something dagurugur, then you know that instead of that pattern of repeating 2, you need to repeat a pattern of 3. So dagurugur, gurugurdagur, 3 now. Dagurugur, gurugurdagur, dagurugur, gurugurdagur. Dagurugur, dagurugur, dagurugur. Okay, so let's try to show this now just for fun so you can see how this can be used potentially, if I can find it. Where did I write that? Okay. So here I'm going to introduce, just for fun, a couple different Tehai structures that people aren't super familiar with, using this dagurugurdagur and Lofa Taal and Das Pahira Taal. Bhima Karma taught me this structure only for Das Pahira Taal, many years ago, and taught me it again recently. And so then I took that same concept and structure and then figured it out in Lofa Taal. And you can figure out all of the different Tehai structures in any Taal with just trying to find 3 pieces that work with a space or a jaw and a cut, and seeing how the ratio works. So for Das Pahira Taal, I don't even have this written down because I'm going to show it. So this is different. So when people are familiar with like the Teda, Keta, Gata, Gena, Ja, got that part, or Teda, Keta, Ja, Teda, Keta, Ja, or people know like Ko, Teta, Gege, Teta, where you've got a piece there, and then again it's like Teda, Keta, Gata, Gena, Ja. But you can break up the whole Hari Rama part, or the whole Hare Krishna, into 3 pieces as well, without having a decoration and then a Tehai. So now the whole Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, or sorry, the whole Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare becomes its own Tehai. So this will be Dagurugur, 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 Day, Dagurugur, Ja, Cut, Dagurugur, 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 Dagurugur. I want to play the Lofa part now. So Dagurugur, 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 Day, Dagurugur, Ja, Cut, Dagurugur, 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 Day, Dagurugur, Ja, Dagurugur, 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 Day, Dagurugur, Ja. So let's see how that works. So what this is you've broken up Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this has now broken up, so you've got 4, 8, 12, 16 mantras on the Hare Rama part. and usually this works best if you're in single speed, so you've got the full 16 machas to work with. And so it's da, dagurugur, dagurugur, daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Well, you can't see. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. So that's 6. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Another 6, 12. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, dagurugur. So why does that work? Because you have 3 pieces that are the same. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, dagurugur. The ja and the cut don't count really. This is this piece that we're looking at. And then we have the same piece on the end. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, dagurugur. And then da, back to your ja, ta, te, te, ta, whatever you're playing. So this is, with the ja and the cut, you have a 6. So you have 6 machas, and 4 machas that make up 16. And you actually have 4, 4, and 4 of the same pieces. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, dagurugur. So each piece is 4 machas. Each piece is the same. And you come in on the ja after that. You know, if this piece didn't have the exact same machas as the other pieces, then it wouldn't be a proper Tehai. The ja and the cut are taken up by the ja now when you're playing ja, ta, te, ta, ta. So let's see. So daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. So that ja is the same as the ja you're hitting here, but it's now come back to Harirama for your initial 16 machas. So daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. And this is the same as playing ja, ta, te, te, ta, right? But now in double speed. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru, ja. Cut. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, de, daguru. And you can, this is just a different way of making a Tehai. And there's hundreds and thousands of different, like it doesn't have to be Dagurugur, it can be literally any of the mantras that you learn in single or double speed to form this pattern. And it's a really nice pattern that very few people I've ever seen know or use in ISKCON. And it's simple to learn, it's just people haven't been taught. So this is a really nice pattern that can be used in all Taals. Anything that you learn in one can be applied to any of the others. So let's go over this again, and then I'll show the Lofa, and then we'll sing to them. Dagurugur, dagurugur, dagur, dagurugur, de, dagurugur, ja. Dagurugur, dagurugur, dagur, dagurugur, de, dagurugur, ja. Dagurugur, dagurugur, dagur, dagurugur, de, dagurugur, ja. And I'm going to change this because day is like this, and let me see. Yeah, day's fine. I like day there. You could play a ja as well, but the day actually has more power. I just wanted to check because there's a lot of bols that need to be changed, and I don't agree with the wording because they're confusing and you're playing something and they're calling it something else. But in this case, the day's fine. So and you gotta hit that, like bam, day, day. And there's that space. Cut. Daguru, daguru, dagur, daguru, day, daguru, 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 dagur, daguru, day, daguru. Yeah. So the day is holding 2/8 notes there. It's just a little bit of a pause. And you'll see it written out. It'll be in Taal, so you can read it nicely. So let's sing to that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So that's how that Tehai structure works. Very nice. Much more powerful than doing some other versions, especially if it's in double speed. Nose is itchy. So Lofa Taal, you can do the same thing with the same style of mantra. And so what did we say before? So it was a 6, 6, and 4. So now it becomes 4.5, 4.5, and 3, which makes it a little harder to sing to, and I'm still getting the hang of it. But so let's see how this works. Let's see. Daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur ja ek cut. Daguru. So this cut, so now it's starting on the up. So you're starting kind of not right on the matcha. Daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur ja ek, one space, cut. Then on the up, daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur ja ek cut, daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur. So it's working, and we hit the ja again for the da, di di da. So this is daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur is the piece. So we have 3, 3, and 3. And in order to reach 12, so daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur, we have 3. And then we have ja ek cut, 1.5. So 3, 6, 9, 1.5, and 1.5 is 12. Yeah. So you have 3 pieces of your Tehai, and then the ja ek cut is 1.5 and 1.5, which equals 3 more matras, which brings you up to the 12. So you have 9 and then 12, and then you have 3 equal pieces, and you come back in on the ja. So this is a little bit more complicated, and it will be written down and try to understand how this works. But this opens up. This is not the easiest way of starting to learn Tehais and Lofa, but I think I've given a couple easy versions already. So bear with me, because I haven't practiced this much and it is hard to sing to. But let's start. So this is Dagurugur. We've already learned this, so this is the same pattern. We're just putting it into something that works as a Tehai for the whole Hari Rama part and Lofa Taal. Let me go through this again. So that's how it comes back into the mantra. Hare Krishna. So let's see. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, There we go. I did it, and I didn't want to push my luck and go too many times, but I'll try to do it again. It's just hard because you're splitting. It's not so easy because you're in that 1.5 matcha, and you're on the upswing of a matcha. You're not really on the beat, but it comes back around. So you're on the beat for the first part and the third part. So look, daguru daguru dagur guru dagur ja ek cut. Here we're off the beat. Daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur ja ek cut, and then we come back again. Daguru daguru dagur gurugurdagur. So then we're back on the mantra again. So that one's easy to hit. The first one's easy to hit. It's just the one in the middle. So daguru daguru dagur ja ek cut. Daguru daguru dagur ja ek cut. Daguru let's see if I can play the whole thing here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. That wasn't too bad, but I need to get a little bit more smooth on the gurugurdagur there when it's the offbeat, but that's essentially how it's used there. So you've got two different ways of playing dagurugur and a new Tehai structure in two different Taals, and we'll just go over this once more. So this is dagurugur, dagurugur, dagur, ja, ek for one space there, ja, ek, pa, ja, ek, pa, ja, ek, pa, dagurugur, 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 dagur, ja, ek, pa, dagurugur, 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 dagur, ja, ek, dagurugur, 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 dagur, da, di, 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 da. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it at that. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover today. Let's see what it is going back here. Does Pahira Lofa style? Yeah. Okay, until the next class. Hare Krishna.